Try It Like It Create It, and I'm working on our tag for this week, and I'm going to be doing a stamp embossed tag, and then once we see what that looks like, we're going to go in and color in some of the images. And so what I have here is my Misty loaded up with a floral dragonfly stamp, and I am going to be using this We Are Memory Keepers embossing ink. I just got this in, and it was on sale at their vault sale. So I know that their vault sale is ending soon, so if you're interested in getting the any products from the vault sale, you're going to want to buy it soon, and I will put a link down below to that. And then I'm just going to take my dry eraser and go over the image. And I felt the stamp pad and it felt a little sticky. And so I don't know if we're going to be able to see. I'm turning this in the light to see if I can see that it has coverage. And I do see some. So let's just call that good. Hopefully it will work for us. And I will bring in a coffee filter and open up our packaging here. And I am using this Hollywood Glamour color. And I'm just going to cover the whole tag. And tap it off. Oh yeah. Wow. Look at the detail on that. That is nice. Okay, I missed a little bit at the top, but I think it's still going to look really sweet. I don't think I missed stamping. I actually missed lining up the stamp with the tag. So the fault is mine, user error. Now a lot of times I will go from the back first so that none of the excess blows away. But let me grab my heat tool and we'll just go for it. All right, so there it has done embossing, and it has like a gold type shimmer to it. And because the black really just goes from a black to a darker black when it is heat set or when it is embossing. And so what I want to do now is color the background. And I thought, with the sparkle and the black, it might be fun to see what an interference ink would do on top of that. And so I was thinking a blue type background, and the only interference ink that I have from Lisa Horton is this version of Peacock Tails, which shimmers, and it shimmers between these two colors, the purple and the blue. And so this is what the ink pad looks like. So I'm going to take my ink dauber and just go in here and grab some, and let's go off the surface here and then come in and see what that will look like on here. And it looks like I've got a pretty intense coverage of it. Now I know these are water-based, so I can go in and lighten this up if I need to with water. So right now I don't care for the brush strokes showing up. I'm trying to blend in a swirly type pattern. See the color sinking into the paper. This is just a plain white cardstock, nothing special. All right, so this coverage actually goes on pretty dark. And I can see I'm picking up some of the gold glitter in my pouncer because I'm seeing it on the ink pad a little bit. And I'm okay with that. That looks pretty in there. All right, so let's see. It's a pretty dark tag at the moment. And I'm just going to go over it with a dry baby wipe and see how that ink is on there. It's fine. All right, what if we missed it with some water? And let's see. I'm seeing the purple shift for sure. And I'm wondering, you know what? I'm going to dry it first to make sure that that ink is completely dry. Okay, to finish this off, I have figured out a placement for some little flat back gems from Buttons Galore and More, and it came out of this mix-up package. If I can find a link to the actual little gems, I will do so and put that down below. But this was a box exclusive that was they come out of the monthly subscription box. And I grabbed the Wink of Stella. I thought we could go over the wings. And right now, I am just going to use my Sizzix pickup tool and go into these little gems and pick them up and put a drop of glue down so that they will stay in place. And that glue will dry clear. So I'm not worried about the white showing at the moment. And hopefully I'm not moving them around too much from where I decided to place them. I don't know about you, but I am not quick at figuring out the actual placement of little gems, and so it does take me some time to kind of figure out a balanced placement. And I do that off camera just because it's actually kind of boring, I would think, to watch. But if you're interested in how I make those decisions, I could talk through those at some point. Just let me know in the comments. All right, so now with the Wink of Stella, which I haven't used in a while, so I am trying to get my brush apart there. Let's see. Goodness. Okay, there we go. Give it a little bit of a shake. And I'm just going to go over the wings and add more sparkle than what was there with the embossing powder. And it looks like I'm picking up a little bit of the blue ink because it was water-based on the tip of my brush, but I'm okay with that. It is really a slight amount. And I think once this dries, it's going to give us an additional amount of glitter. This guy went right over his body, so yeah, let's just do their bodies too. Kind of have an excess amount of flow happening at the moment. All right. And so I just need to let that dry. I will probably trim off that one little line at the top there. This is a dark tag, but what I like about it is the sparkle in the embossing powder, and also the shimmer in the ink that shimmers between blue and purple. And once everything dries, I will come back and show you that. So now that a lot of that is dry, what I want to do is, this is just purely an experiment to see what happens. I'm taking my water and just giving it some splats here. It seems like I'm getting most of them off the tag, not on the tag. But I wanted to see if I could get them. It is making splats, I can see that. But what would happen, can I lift up some of that color? I don't know if I'm catching them fast enough, but it is adding additional texture. Yeah, some of them are lifting up and getting a little lighter. So I think that's probably, although I do really like the look of it. Okay, I might be going too far here, but I'm going to do a few more. Now the tag is still hot from me drying it, and so that's why the water droplets are drying so quickly on me, because I can feel the heat from the surface of my glass mat. So I know that the tag is hot as well. So there. Now, if I turn this, can you see? I don't know. Can you? Yeah, I think you can see the changing color from the ink. And the texture, I mean, there's just layers of texture on here with the embossing powder and the ink and the interference and the sparkle from the embossing powder, and then the wink of Stella on top of the leaves. Or they're not leaves, they're wings. And then the added speckles of water. I really like the textural look of this. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you like this kind of thing, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, you will then be notified the next time I post about a tutorial or a review of a craft product. Thank you for staying till the end, and I hope you enjoyed this one.